All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give a quick talk about Magic Legends and monetization. Over at the Magic Legends website, they gave out nice little dev blog about how the monetization is going to go in Magic Legends. Now, let me start this off by saying no, I am of course not been in the closed alphas. It looks like the closed alpha testing is the first one's done, and they're going to have more alphas, and of course going into the closed beta later in the year. Uh, Maybe a little later because of how everybody's gone to home because of coronavirus. So I've talked about Magic Legends on my streams before, and I just wanted to give some my thoughts on this whole monetization article. Which cool, I didn't actually think monetization was going to be part of it, but I just need to be not so what's the word, stupid, and realize that actually there was going to be monetization around it because it's based off of Magic the Gatherings. The original pay to win. So let's quickly talk about how Magic Legends and their monetization is actually going to go. So, first up, you'll be able to still get everything by just playing the game, okay? So, they will, in here in this paragraph here, they will be not selling content updates or playable missions. So, any updates that will be coming to the game, of course, will be free. What those content updates will actually entail, we have to wait and see what those are. Normal content updates could just literally just be here's a new area, here's a new dungeon. So we'll have to really see where it really goes. And even playable missions, it looks like even using those two terms, sounds like it could be introducing a new quest line for some stuff. We'll see how that goes. It's at the moment way too early to even determine like DLC content or expansions and that matters. Like, let's just get this game off the ground first. So the game is, of course, the entire game will be playable and fun from beginning through in-game and beyond without having to spend a dime. Period. We'll be offering a variety of items for purchase that will give players alternative options when building their decks or loadouts, but not give them a numerical power advantage. Building on that philosophy, will be offering an in-game currency exchange just like Cryptic's other free-to-play titles like Neverwinter and Star Trek Online. You'll be able to exchange the specific currency earned through play, in this case, Ether rather, with other players for actual cash store currency at a conversion rate that is completely community driven. The exchange empowers people to purchase cash store items or lower the cost of them by playing the game. So we've definitely seen this kind of aspect from Neverwinter and Star Trek Online. My experience has definitely come from Star Trek Online, where you can trade and exchange the actual currency into the cash store currency, and it's a little system that's worked out pretty well. It definitely encourages players to keep playing the game, so they could just keep getting that currency in order to buy stuff in the store instead of the alternative where there's stuff in the store, you have to spend your money to actually buy that stuff from the store. There might be some items like that, but as long as this actually earned through gameplay, you're good to go. A way you can envision that is, and I'll say this because this is the current game I'm playing, Bleach Immortal Soul. Bleach Immortal Soul, I'm playing the game, I'm completing missions, I'm getting their in-game gems, their soul jades, that is also used in the store. So that helps out pretty well. It could also be different where the Ether is actually its own, it will be definitely its own separate currency, and of course, gained in game and then bought into the store. It's good. It is somewhat of a good system. So booster packs are a staple of Magic the Gathering game for over 26 years as a way to build a library of cards that allow players to construct different decks and situations. So what they're going to be doing is booster packs are going to be in the game, and as a way to collect spells and collect shards of spells in order to expand and level your spell library. Let's halt right there, folks. Let's just halt right there. Collecting spells. Cool, understood. It really depends on the price point for booster packs, okay? Really depends. But shards of spells. Again, I play Bleach Immortal Soul. That's my mobile go-to game right now. When I don't have an actual Bleach character, instead of it completely unlocking, I get shards. So, as an example, to get Renji, I have to have 50 shards of Renji collected, and then I can combine them and get Renji. What? you're going to bring that same shard aspect into this game. And let me tell you now, I don't like the shard system at all. All right, that's going to put even more obnoxious pressure onto booster packs. It's like, I didn't get the spell I want, but I can collect the shards. All right, well, the shards are part of RNG, and you're not going to always be 100% getting those shards. And so you could sit there with like 49 out of 50 shards for this one spell, and you're never going to get it until like maybe a month. We'll give it a week, month, year, whoever, whatever. We're not sure what the RNG looks like here. But shards of spells? No. It's spells or nothing. But also inside these booster packs will be unique artifacts, unique spells, even a unique class. Now we know that there's the Geomancer and the Mind Mage, and I think there's one other one that's free that comes out the game, out the box. You're good. But to put other classes inside booster packs for a chance to get a class, what kind of game are you wanting to play here? Are you wanting this to be more of a Magic the Gathering card game, or are you wanting this to be more of an MMORPG? Bringing in the booster packs, trying to meld it together, I'm already sensing cumbersome ship. It's just, and of course, these classes and items are not more powerful than the free classes and other items that exist in the game, but they're different horizontally, because they play different. So I'm still going to have to open up a booster pack and pray that I get a new class to try out, instead of where you could just, I don't know, I guess sell the class outright on the store with the in-game currency. I don't know. I rather, again, your store should have definitely permanent items. I rather buy something once on the store and call it a day than have to go over here and buy multiple booster packs. Because booster packs, we all know it's tied to Magic the Gathering, so you're easily going to get your Magic the Gathering crowd. But booster packs are none other than the original loot box, the original time capsule. All right? The original pack that when you bought it, I got that feeling I'm going to open up some more. Boop, 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 boop. I've done it. Many people have done it. My buddy just got 2 big boxes from his wife, and it made his day. But not everybody can do that. So you're going to introduce brand new classes inside these booster packs to act like it's still a Magic the Gathering card game. There's going to have to be some kind of fine line somewhere, folks. Because even people are going to easily come up here and talk about these booster packs and easily say, yeah, man, these booster packs are just fine, yeah. And then they're going to go around and it's like, man, these loot boxes in these games are freaking horrible. They're the same thing. Booster packs are the OG time capsules, the OG loot boxes. But hey, what do I know? I'm only 35 years old, and I definitely never played Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, so I don't easily know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. So classes, of course, play a large aspect, and they talk about the deck building, the artifact collecting, and of course the loadout collection in there as well. And really doesn't really give much examples on how that's really dealing with the monetization. So then they also come into the aspect of there's going to be a variety of progression systems. They're going to be adding a battle pass system for adding progression to even more rewards. We all know what battle passes are. We have them in our MOBAs. We have them in our Battle Royales. We have them in our MMOs. Hi, Destiny. Hi, Division. 2 and 2. So the Battle Pass system isn't something that's going to be very new to a lot of players, but it's now going to be another part of progression. So we will have a completely free track that features currency packs, costume options, unique spells, and artifacts that reward players for engaging the system regularly. We will also offer a paid track that comes with everything mentioned before, but also including unique cosmetics, more bonus currency, and more unique loadout customization items. The Battle Pass systems will provide plenty of time to collect all the great rewards while giving you interesting challenges to complete while you progress. It's, again, not that bad. Good night, Machete. You have yourself a good one, brother. It's Battle Pass. I don't have a problem with the Battle Pass system, but it's got to make sure it's more geared towards that in-game progression. I mean, sure, it could probably work out pretty well with players who are just leveling up because, they're leveling up and they're actively playing, so they can easily join in on the Battle Pass system. But as I've seen in other games, the free track can sometimes be dog shit. Where, of course, the paid track is every single thing is like, oh yeah, this is worth it. What? Doing too much of it can seem almost a little bit of that double dipping method, But even with a Battle Pass system, it also brings into the aspect of what does your in-game look like? I know exactly in my experience with Division 2, with their seasons, is like some of that best in-game gear can sometimes come from the actual Battle Pass system. So are we looking at your in-game content being tied together with your Battle Pass system? So instead of gear dropping from the bosses, you need to progress through your Battle Pass system in order to actually get the good shit. That's going to be a really fine line. I want the developers to really try and figure out how they want to do it. Me personally, I'm running the content. I want my gear and the best stuff to drop from the bosses. The Battle Pass system really should just be something a little extra, Should just be the customization items, could be costumes, and just some of the unique spells, I guess, but it just really depends on how unique we're talking and how powerful they're going to be. Because even then, because remember that in that Battle Pass system, if you're looking at unique spells and a person misses out on that Battle Pass system and misses out on that unique spell, is that spell going to come back in a Battle Pass later down the road? Is that unique spell going to be obtainable through playing the game, or are you going to shove it in the marketplace? You can have your Battle Pass system and you have that season, but when that season's over with, what are you going to do for the people who missed out? Now, it could easily be like I think almost every other game, that's like if you snooze, you lose. Me here in Division 2, it's now on Season 2, and I definitely missed a lot from Season 1, so I snooze, I lose. But is that how you want to progress with the Battle Pass system for Magic Legends? Or do you want to do something a little more, like if you missed it, you can get it onto the market, you can get onto your marketplace on the store with your Ether currency right here. I would much rather have it go over there. What's up, Martel? So we will run events that feature free content, unique rewards regularly. Event rewards will range from new spells and artifacts to new playable classes and more. How many playable classes? Again, my knowledge on Magic the Gathering is also very low. I haven't played since probably the 90s and early 2000s, when I was actually in school. How many fucking classes are they actually looking at here? All the items can be earned for free by participating, or players can choose to purchase an event buyout, which immediately provides them with the event rewards. So, on an aspect that actually answers my previous concern. So, even with the events, you can play to run it, or you can drop, as an example, $25 and you get all the event rewards. It probably won't be $25. Expect at least maybe $100. Triple figures, folks. Triple figures. Hell, actually, it could be 60. Price of a brand new game. And then lastly, we will be offering a variety of convenience items at launch and over time, such as loadout slots, deck slots, XP boosts, and other items that assist with leveling throughout the game. None of these are required, but they do allow for faster progress if you would prefer to level up more quickly or catch up to friends that are ahead of you. You shouldn't have to monetize catch up with your friends that are ahead of you. You don't and shouldn't monetize that. At the same time, convenience items at launch, They are not convenient. At the beginning of a game and through the leveling process, it may seem convenient, but when you get to end game, it becomes a fast and quick necessity. So you shouldn't have to sell more loadout slots, more deck slots. XP boost, sure, why not? Those aren't convenient. Those are necessities. They should be immediately given at levels. At level 1, you get one loadout slot. Level 10, you get another loadout slot. Level 20, hey, you get a deck slot. Here you go. Hell, tie the slots to the freaking battle pass system. When you reach rank 1, you're gonna get an extra loadout slot. When you reach rank 5, you're gonna get a deck slot. Try and tie it in with that. Don't fucking sell it as a convenience item because it's not convenient. There's going to be no one that's going to say, it's like, hey, those are pretty convenient. I want those. No, they're going to be a necessity. Even for the hardcore MMO players that we are, we're going to jump into this game and immediately we're going to want those. Selling inventory slots, selling loadout bars, those aren't convenient. Those are necessity. They are a necessity out the gate. So don't sell them, please. Put them in, at least put them in the battle pass system. Put them in the free track. Let folks get these loadout slots and deck slots by just playing the game. Tie it to a leveling system, either on the player or tie it to the battle pass system. Because cannot stress this enough. They are not going to be convenience items. They are necessity items. Especially when you get the in-game. And even if that in-game takes a person 60 hours to get, it's still a necessity. So tie it to a leveling system for the character or tie it into the battle pass system in the free track. Do not sell it. Just don't. It puts a bad taste in my mouth when I had to do it for DCUO, buying inventory slots. It's a bad taste here, even just reading it on your paper. So I will thank Steven Ricosa, executive producer for Magic Legends, at least going over what the monetization looks like. And most likely he expected, and the rest of the team expected, some slack from it because monetization nowadays can honestly be a nickel and dime. And with this big game coming out as a over-the-top MMO, whatever it really wants to be called, especially with it come out as big as it is onto the PC platform, it's really it really has that mobile monetization aspect that none of us like in mobile games. We don't like it. Shards of spells, get rid of them. It's solid spells or nothing. You're gonna open up a booster pack of eight items, and that eighth item is going to be like, oh, you don't get the full spell. Here's 4 shards of the spell that you have to collect. Oh, maybe you want to level up this spell to a rank 2. You'll need some shards. Hopefully that never happens either. Good Lord. Wouldn't that be a nightmare? But again, thank you, Steven Ricosa, for going over the monetization. I of course, went on Twitter, talked a little bit about it, but I, of course, felt like I needed to put this video together. I just had to. I am still looking forward to Magic Legends, even though I'm still not really happy with how the combat system is, because, I'm more of a traditional MMO player, but still, it looks really freaking sweet, and I'm still really interested to play in it. But as I've even seen from other people on Twitter, hearing the monetization aspect, it does bring it down from a high percentage to a pretty dismal low. So hopefully some more information down the line could actually be involved. But these are also the first announcement of monetization. The developers could easily change their mind. They could easily change a few things here and there, but it's also cryptic. So what you gonna do? Thanks so much for watching, guys. This is basically a little clip that I got from stream. So of course, if you guys want to ever catch the stream, be sure to head over to twitch.tv/TrexRant and be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and again, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great one. Mwah.